having a hard time picking a product. The products I'm passionate about, Jungle Scout says the market is competitive. Do I stick to something I'm passionate about, or do I take the route of room in the market? I'll be honest with you, and I've said this before on my podcast. Jungle Scout said our product idea was competitive. Like Jungle Scout will give you an opportunity score of how good they think the idea is. I hate the opportunity score because there's so many other nuances to this than just the numbers. Jungle Scout is great for the numbers, and I highly recommend it, and I look at it, but that should not be your only decision factor is the numbers. If you're only making decisions based off the numbers, you're doing everything that all the other Chinese companies are doing. Like you have to think outside the box a little bit. So yeah, Jungle Scout said dog bandanas were an opportunity score of like 3 or 4. So like most people would be like, if they pay attention to the opportunity score, they'd be like, oh, holy crap, heck no, like poor, bad. But we had an idea. So like that was the difference, is like we knew how we wanted to be different. We strategized about it. We talked about it. We did variations. We did product development. We got samples like of how to be different, unique, and add our own personality to the brand versus just like throwing out some random crap because Jungle Scout said the numbers are good. So yeah, to answer the question, if I had to lean a route of passionate or what Jungle Scout says is a great idea, I'm for sure going passionate. Like 100% of the time, I'm going the passionate route. Again, the reason being, most people, most sellers, even other gurus like me, most people teach the opposite. So most people teach, go on helium-10, sell. I actually had someone who was going to join my coaching program. He ended up not. He ended up joining another coaching program that was $10,000 that made a bunch of claims saying they would hand pick the product for you, tell you the perfect product to sell. And he's now pretty much pissed off that he joined it, and he feels bad because he can't get a refund. So he wrote me this big sob story, but basically said, I totally regret doing this. I wish I would have joined. Can you help me with my product? And he sent me this big long email about his product, and it's like the stupidest generic product. And I was just like, dude, my strategy is so different than what you're doing right now. So like, I'm sorry, but there's not much I can do for you. All I can say is, if you think that their strategy is going to work for you and it's going great, do it. But you can't really mix you selling coat hangers. That's not what it was, but like essentially it's like you can't sell plastic coat hangers and really follow the strategy we're teaching of like really focusing on branding. So by doing the passion route, you are going against what everyone else is doing, which is just going to help you stand out from a lot of the other crap out there. That being said, numbers are still important. So I've had students come to me really passionate about a specific thing, specific niche, product, whatever. And I say, that's great. Like if you have this idea, innovative idea or whatever for a specific product, that's awesome because you're going to be excited about it. You're going to excel in the product development. You're going to have the branding, you're right. Like you're going to be able to create a higher quality brand because you have invested interest in it. However, if there is no demand, you have no business. I can't even remember the product that it was, but yeah, someone came to me and said, hey, I have a really great idea for a product. Oh, it was on Instagram. It wasn't one of my students. I won't say exactly what the product idea was just for, to be respectful, but they're really into RV camping. And there's a very specific, like it's a super niche product only related to RV camping and kids and a specific thing. And he was basically saying, we really love RVing. We love this. We use this product, but we can't find one. Like we can't find one in the marketplace that fits this exact thing in our RV. So we were thinking about making one. And I said, you know what? That could be really cool because, maybe you're a first mover. There's value in being a first mover. However, I'd say that could be really awesome. And like going that route of having experience and being passionate is powerful, but maybe there's a reason that you can't find it. Like maybe there's a reason that it's not on Amazon. Maybe there's a reason that you can't buy it anywhere is because there's just not that much demand. Like it doesn't make sense to create that product and spend all that money if you're going to sell 2 of them a month, just because simply there's just not the demand. So keep in mind the numbers. If you're passionate about something, keep in mind the numbers. You want to know what the market's like. You want to know what the demand's like, because you just have to have realistic expectations. That's what it comes down to. Like I'm never going to tell someone that's a horrible idea. You should not sell that product. But what I do want to tell you is you need to know what to expect. So like, hey, if that's your product idea and you're passionate about it and you have a great idea, cool, like go for it, do it. Let's make sure we get the right pricing and we'll do all that and make sure we do everything right. But just understand, you're not going to sell $100,000 a month of this product. It's not going to happen. Like we can look at the data and see there is not the demand for this product. Like you selling underwater basket weaving kits, you're not going to sell $10 million of those. I mean, that could be wrong, but just as an example, you have to know. So like, just don't be frustrated. That's what I just don't want to have happen to you is you pick a product you're passionate about. And then, I help you, we work on developing it and we launch it. And then 6 months down the road, you're like pissed off and you're like, Andy, why the heck did you say to sell this product? I'm like, okay, I didn't say to sell it, but let's just understand where the numbers are and say, hey, underwater basket weaving kits, they sell 5 a month. You have to understand, like you might only ever sell 5 a month. No matter how great your brand is, there's just not demand. So that's all I'm going to say about that is I would lean towards passion. However, you have to be realistic. If you're passionate about underwater basket weaving kits and they only sell 5 a month, maybe you say, you know what? I'm not that passionate about them. Let me find something else that maybe sells a little bit better, has a little bit better long-term potential that I can do.